Hello, friends. My name is Matt Helms, and I'm the Associate Pastor for Children and Family Ministry at Fourth Church. And I'm excited to share a little bit about what Children and Family Ministry has been up to over these past several months. Just like how our worship services transitioned online at the second half of March, we began running our Sunday school and children's chapel programs over Zoom each Sunday. We also tried to provide resources online for families on our Children and Family website as well. Now, it definitely took a little getting used to running chapel from my dining room at home, but I'm grateful that we settled back into a rhythm of so much of what we love about children's chapel, from singing our chapel songs like the Bible, to studying and learning about Bible passages, being able to do live craft demonstrations, as well as having a chance to close in prayer with one another at the end of every time, doing all of this from our own homes. And then over this summer, we've also been doing more with screen sharing to open up our Bibles and to be able to read them together, as well as watching lesson videos and Bible story videos that help to reinforce and even in some ways imagine some of the stories that we've been reading. We've also been able to have some of our Sunday school teachers join us in small breakout rooms over Zoom so that the kids see other faces other than just my own. We've tried to give a thanks to not only our teachers, but also as well, we wrote letters to members of our congregation or first responders who are in our congregation as well. And as we moved into the summer, we tried to get creative with our summer programming during the week for families, where that was one of two different weekly groups that we held. First, a story and craft time for preschoolers and kindergartners, where we read a wide variety of children's books, as well as a weekly social gathering for our grade schoolers that was filled with games and activities, as well as a chance to check in each week and to pray with one another. We've also run a few online camps, with one week being a behind-the-scenes tour for many different ministries at the church that help us learn a little bit more about the work that occurs at the church throughout the week, from the social service center to our communications department, learning a little bit about the organ, as well as what it's like to be a pastor at Fourth Church. Now, I can't claim that I ever thought filming and video editing would be part of my call in children's ministry. We weren't teaching that at seminary. But it's actually been a really fun way to teach in a different way and to bring the work of the church to life, even at this time when we are physically separate. And then for our other camp for Vacation Bible School, which is what most people think of when they think of summer children's programming, we've moved to doing it all online, but in the weeks ahead of time, we actually mailed physical mailers with different costumes and craft supplies so that even as we were singing and learning and doing crafts, that we could do all of this together with the supplies that we needed. So in all of these online programs, and even in the fun small family programs that we've done, like a family trivia night or a pizza making demo in which I taught families my own personal recipe for homemade pizza, we've been trying to remind each other that we are all still part of a wider church family together. And for me, that's one of the most important ways that we have continued to stay connected. I obviously miss being in person with both the kids and the parents in the program, and I'm really looking forward to whenever it is that we'll all be able to be back together. But to be honest, I've also been grateful for the ways in which this technology has allowed us to stay connected to one another, to dream about ways in which we can continue to learn and grow, whether that's going behind the scenes or whether that is just doing learning and lesson creating in a whole new way. Even though we miss being in worship together once a month, I trust that our kids know how much their church family cares for them. So thank you for your ongoing support for children and family ministry, and thanks for taking the time to learn just a little bit more about what it is we've been up to.